Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are all safe. I hope you are learning well by making the best use of eSamveda classes. Now, I welcome back for the second session of 9th standard second language English, that is Justice Above Self, written by Munshi Prem Chand. Yes, before going to start my lesson, let's go for thought for the day. Don't sit like a rock, but work like a clock. Don't sit like a rock, but work like a clock. So, this thought remembers us we should work hard like a clock, we should not sit like a rock, and we should not be idle in our life. Yes children, in the last session I gave you some home assignment. Are you ready with your answers? Okay, let's check your answer. The first question is, how did people react to the old lady when she went about explaining her plight? Plight means condition. Check your answer. Are you ready with your answer? Yes children. When the old lady explained her plight, some sympathized with her, others laughed at her, a few others advised her to make it up with her nephew. Yes, let's move on to the second question. Why did Algu Chaudhary say that he could not go against Juman? Yes, your answer is right children, because both of them were good friends and their bond of friendship was very strong. Yes, now let's move on to the third question. Fill the blanks using the correct homophone given in the bracket. A hunter went to a forest in search of a game. There he saw a deer behind a big tree. Yes children, which is the correct answer? Yes, a hunter went to a forest in search of a game. There he saw a deer behind a big tree. The correct homophones are there, THERE, DEER, deer. Yes, let's move on to the fourth question. Fill in the blanks with the correct conjunction. Are you ready with your answer? Yes, let's check your answer. 2 and 2 make 4. Yes, the correct conjunction suitable for this blank is and. The second one is, he is slow but sure. Yes children, I hope you have done well. Now today let's move on to the part second of this session. In the last session we discussed about how Juman and his family, they become indifferent towards Juman's aunt. Now Juman's aunt took her case to the village panchayat. Now the scene is village panchayat. Now let's go through the lesson. Please have a textbook and have a pencil with you. Underline the important words and the important sentence we come across in the lesson. Okay. While reading, you have to follow my stress pronunciation. Are you ready with the lesson? Okay. The panchayat was held under old banyan tree. Juman stood up and said, "The voice of the panch is the voice of God. Let my aunt nominate the head panch. I will abide by her decision. I nominate Algu Chaudhary as the head panch. The panch knows neither enemy nor friend," stated old lady. "Fine," replied Juman, hiding his joy over this unexpected piece of luck. "Chachi, you are aware of my friendship with Juman," said Algu. "Yes, but I also know that you will not kill your conscience for the sake of friendship. God lives in the heart of the panch and his voice is the voice of God. And the old lady explained her case. What have you to say in your defense? Asked Algu to Jumman. Jumman narrated how his aunt transferred her property and how he promised her to look after her as long as she lived. But of late, there have been quarrels between my wife and aunt. Now, my aunt is claiming a monthly allowance from me, which I can't pay. That's all I have to say, he concluded his submission. After consulting others, Algu announced, "We are of the opinion that Jumman must pay his aunt a monthly allowance, or else the property goes back to her." Now the friends were seldom seen together. The bond of friendship was broken. In fact, Jumman saw Algu as an enemy and wanted to take revenge. Let us move on to the part 3. So days passed, and as ill luck would have it, Algu Chowdhury was in a tight spot. He sold one of his bullocks to Sanju Sahu, a cart driver of the village. The understanding was that Sahu would pay the price of the bullock in a month's time. It so happened that the bullock sold by Algu died within a month. Several months after the death of the bullock, Algu reminded Sahu of the money he had not yet paid. "I can't pay you a penny for the wretched beast you sold me. He brought us nothing but ruin," Sahu said angrily. Algu decided to take the case to the Panchayat. The Panchayat was held under the old banyan tree. Algu stood up and said, "The voice of the Panch is the voice of the God. Let Sahu nominate the head Panch. I will abide by his decision." Sahu saw his chance and proposed the name of Jumman. Algu's heart sank and he turned pale. The moment Jumman became the head Panch, he realized his responsibility as a judge and the dignity of his office. Could he, seated in that high place, have his revenge now? He decided not to allow his personal feelings to come in the way of speaking the truth and doing justice. Both Algu and Sahu presented their cases. Then Jumman stood up and announced and declared, "It is our opinion that Sahu should pay Algu the price of the bullock. When Sahu bought the bullock, it suffered from no disability or disease. The death of the bullock was unfortunate, but Algu cannot be blamed for it." Algu could not contain his feelings. He said loudly, "Victory to the Panchayat! This is justice. God lives in the voice of the Panch." Soon after, Jumman came to Algu, embraced him and said, "Since the last Panchayat, I had become your enemy. Today, I realized what it meant to be a Panch. A Panch knows no friend or enemy, but only justice. Let no one deviate from the path of justice and truth for friendship or enmity. Algu was also in tears. His tears washed away all the dirt of misunderstanding between them. Okay, children, I hope you understand the lesson very well. If you do not understand the lesson, try to read one more time. Let us move on to the glossary words which come across in this session. The first word is nominate. So, the meaning of the word nominate means propose or suggest someone's name. In Kannada, we can say ಪ್ರಸ್ಥಾಪಿಸು ಅಥವಾ ಹೆಸರನ್ನು ಸೂಚಿಸು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. See here, let us go through the usage of this word in the sentence. Students nominated Preetham as their leader. Yes, in the lesson, Juman's aunt nominated Algu as the head punch. So, this is the meaning of this word nominate. Let's move on to the second word, abide by. Abide by, it means accept. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So, look at the image or the picture. The son abided by the image selected by his father. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Let's move on to the third word, conscience. It means something that tells you whether you are right or wrong. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮನಸ್ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ಅಥವಾ ಧರ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Let us go through the sentence. We should listen to our conscience at the time of our duty towards others. Okay, children. Next word is defense. You know very well the meaning of the word defense, something said in support. We are protected by our defense forces. In Kannada we can say rakshane anta ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So, in the lesson he asked, what do you say in your defense? He asked like that. Now, let's move on to the next word, revenge. You know very well the word revenge. ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರತಿಕಾರ, ಸೇಡನ್ನು ತೀರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Something made to make somebody suffer. Arjuna took revenge in the battle against Kauravas. Are you clear with the meaning of this word, children? Okay, let's move on to the next word, penny. So, the meaning of the word penny is currency or a coin, a large coin we can say. Unit of money equal to 1/100 of a dollar. Somu saves and drops a penny in his money bank every day. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಪೈಸಾ, ಒಂದು ಪೈಸಾ ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪೆನಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ beast. You well versed with the meaning of this word. Beast means an animal. So, look at the picture. The girl is looking at the beast very closely. So, here in the lesson, the bullock is considered as the beast. Next word is ruin. That is, the meaning of the word ruin is great loss. ನಷ್ಟ, ಹಾಳು ಅಥವಾ ನಾಶ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. So, when there is a flood, the flood ruined the life of people. Yes, there is a great loss for the public property. The meaning of this word is ruin means great loss. Let's move on to the next word, dignity. The meaning of this word is respectful manner. In Kannada we can say ಘನತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಥಾನಮಾನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. We should respect the dignity of labor. Whatever the work may be, we should give respect the dignity of labor. So, these are the images of dignity of labor. Next word is disability. It means physical weakness. In Kannada we can say ದೈಹಿಕ ದೌರ್ಬಲ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Despite his physical disability, Satish Gujral became a famous artist. Though he lost his leg in accident, Satish Gujral became a famous artist in our country. So, this is the meaning of the word disability. Now, the last word is realized, became aware of. The batsman realized his fault in the game. ಅಂದರೆ in Kannada we can say ಅರಿವಾಗೋದು, ತಪ್ಪಿನ ಅರಿವಾಗೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತು. When the batsman get out, so he realized his where he did make a mistake. So, these are the words we come across in today's lesson. Let's go through the comprehension questions now. So, the first question is, what was Jumman's opinion about Punch? Yes, children, are you ready with your answer? Yes. The voice of the Punch is the voice of God. Yes, this is the correct answer for that question. Now, let's move on to the second question. What decision did Algu give after listening to Jumman and his aunt? Algu gave a decision that Jumman must pay his aunt a monthly allowance, or else the property goes back to her. Let's move on to the third question. What happened to the bullock bought by Sahu from Algu? The bullock sold by Algu to Sahu died within a month. Yes, now go through the extracts which come across in this lesson. The first extract is, I will abide by her decision. The first question is, who agreed to abide by her decision? Where did the person make this statement? What decision is referred to here? Yes, let's go through the answer. So, Jumman agreed to abide by her decision. Where did the person make this statement? Yes, children, your answer is right, at the Panchayat. So, what decision is referred to here? Yes, nominating the head punch. Yes, now let's move on to the second extract from this lesson. He brought us nothing but ruin. Who said this? Yes, tell me the answer. Yes, children, your answer is right. Sanju Sahu said this. The cart driver of the village, Sanju Sahu, made this statement. Who was this said to? Yes, this was said to Algu Chowdhury. Your answer is right, children. Now, let's move on to the question number C. How did he bring ruin to his owner? The bullock was died within a month. Yes, now let's move on to the third extract. I had become your enemy. Who had become the enemy of whom? When did the enmity start? What caused the enmity between them? Check up your answer. Yes, Jumman had become the enemy of Algu. When did the enmity start? Since the last Panchayat. What caused the enmity between them? Algu gave judgment to pay monthly allowance to his aunt. This caused the enmity between them. Okay, children, your answer is all correct, I think. Now, let's move on to the another topic, that is identify the images. Okay, children, will you identify this image? Yes, your answer is right. This is post box. Yes, there is another image. Do you identify? Yes, it may be toothbrush or toothpaste. Okay, children, fine answer. Will you identify? Yes, it is wheelchair. Your answer is nice. Will you identify this image? Yes, this is lighthouse. Very good answer, children. Yes, the easy one. Are you ready with your answer? Yes, he is police constable. We can say PC, police constable. Yes, what do we call these pair of words in English? Do you know anything of these pair of words? Yes, children, we call them as collocative words. Yes, what are collocative words? Words often which go together or used together are called collocative words. Let's see some more examples. Freedom fighters, class teacher, wall clock, Facebook, copyright, workshop, strong coffee, green tea, railway station, breaking news, developed nation, heart attack, guest house. See here children, these are all collocative words, the words which go together, freedom fighters, class teacher, like this. Let's move on to the next slide. Choose the correct collocative words given in the bracket. Earth, dash, water, leaf, wood, quake, super, dash, paper, shop, market, book, curly, dash, hair, nose, head, leg, self, dash, road, ball, service, window, butter, dash, milk, honey, curd, ghee. So, here are 4 words are given. You have to select the right collocative word for this word earth. Let us check your answer. The first one is earthquake. Look at this. Earth water? No. Earth leaf? No. Earth wood? No. The correct collocative word is earthquake. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಭೂಕಂಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Next one, supermarket. The word super collocates with market. Let's move on to the next word, curly hair. So curly hair and ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಂಗರು ಕೂದಲು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನೋಡಿ. The next word, self service. The last one is buttermilk. So these are called as collocative words. And now let's move on to language in use. Observe the 2 parts of the sentence. Here 2 parts of in this simple sentence. Manoj did not go to work yesterday. Here 2 parts is there. Manoj and did not go to work yesterday. So here Manoj is, all you know that he is a noun. It is a noun and it is a predicate. You know what is predicate? Something which tells about the subject, that is called predicate. Here did not go. Go is the verb here. Now let's move on to the another sentence. Because he was ill. So here the first sentence gives the full meaning and the second sentence, because he was ill, see here, he is the subject and was is the verb here. So these 2 sentences join with a subordinating conjunction because. So what do we call these type of sentences in English? Yes children, see what is a clause. A clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a verb. So look at the example, he plays cricket regularly. So which is the subject here? Yes children, you are right, he is the subject, that is pronoun. So place is the verb. Yes, the subject and a verb. A clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a verb is called a clause. So now let us see. So in that sentence there are 2 clauses are there. The first one is main clause and the second one is subordinate clause. So Manoj did not go to work yesterday. So this is the main clause. It gives the full meaning. It doesn't depend upon the another sentence. So subordinate clause, he was ill. He was ill is the subordinate clause. So these clauses are joined with a subordinate clause because is the subordinating conjunction is there. Next let us see what is the difference between main clause and subordinate clause. So in the main clause there is a subject and verb. Subordinate clause also we have a subject and verb, but main clause stand on its own. it doesn't depends upon another clause or another sentence. But subordinate clause, it depends upon the main clause for full meaning. So, we can also call as main clause as independent clause and a subordinate clause as dependent clause. Now, so these are the subordinating conjunctions we can use in complex sentences. So, we can use these type of subordinating conjunctions. Let us know more examples for main clause and subordinate. Children, you have to identify which is the main clause and which is the subordinate clause. This is the house that Suresh built. Which is the main clause here? Yes children, your answer is right. This is the house. It gives the full meaning. So, it is called as main clause. So, that is the subordinating conjunction. Suresh built. Suresh is the noun and built is verb. Here this is subject, is verb. Yes, the main clause and the subordinate clause joins with a conjunction that. Now, let us move on to the second example. I washed the dishes. Look at the sentence carefully. After I ate breakfast. So, which is the main clause here? Yes children, your answer is right. I washed the dishes. This is the main clause. After I ate breakfast. So, after I ate breakfast, it doesn't giving full meaning. For the full meaning, it depends upon the main clause. Now, let us move on to the third sentence. He is the doctor who operated on my mother. So, which is the main clause here? Surely children, your answer is right. He is the doctor is the main clause. He is the subject, is the verb and it is called as predicate. He is the subject, is the doctor is predicate. It is joins with a subordinating conjunction, that is who operated on my mother. The same person, he is referred here. So, I think you understood very well the main clause and subordinate clause today. Okay children, you understood the lesson very well. Now, let us go for the assignment or the activity for formative assessment you can do. You have a lot of friends, one of them say is your best friend. Write a paragraph noting the good qualities by using the clues given below. So, you have to use these words and write a paragraph about your friend. This is the activity for this lesson, justice above self. Okay. The second question is for assignment. Collect 50 collocative words as examples. The third one is identify the complex sentences used in the lesson, justify above self. Here complex sentence means you have to identify which is the main clause and which is the subordinate clause here. Let us come to the end of the session. Interesting facts about English. Really children. So, I am is the shortest sentence in English language. It is grammatically correct shortest sentence in English language. In the same way, I do is the longest one. Yes, here is the longest word in English. It has 45 letters. Can you pronounce this word children for me? Pneumono-ultramicroscopic silico-volcanoconiosis. This is the longest word in English. We can pronounce like this, pneumono-ultramicroscopic silico-volcanoconiosis. The meaning of this word is, it is a disease caused by fine silica particles which comes from a volcano. In medically, we can say it is the same as silicosis. It is the name of the disease, silicosis, pneumono-ultramicroscopic silico-volcanoconiosis. This is K. Prakash, facilitator in English, working at Government Junior College, High School section, Shira. It belongs to Madhugiri Educational District. Thank you children.